Hey guys, back on our video, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Evolutions. And really quick before the video starts, I did make a Discord server. I will leave the invite down in the description and comment section, so feel free to join. And we're going to be talking about Mega Evolutions. Should you invest into the set right now? And it's been around a week after it releases, so prices have started to stabilize a little bit. And I was wrong about the set. I made a video before. The card and the set as a base set is pretty damn good. The Mega Gardevoir, Mega Lucario, Venusaur, Latias, Lily's Determination. These are pretty good chase cards. However, these gold cards, yes, I don't like them, but they all fetch insane value. $550 here and $500 here. And it has a total set value of $4,200. I'm just rounding up. And this is pretty close to prismatic evolutions. And what do I think about the set value? I think the set value obviously has to come down because only 60% of the supply is actually out there. Distribution is pretty slow when sending the stuff out. So there's still supply to be sent out, it's confirmed, it's not all the supply out there. And that's not reprint, that's just supply that they couldn't really fulfill in the initial order. So this price should come down. But as we saw with Destin Rivals, the Team Rocket's Mewtwo, it went down, but then it shot right back up, and every card in Destin Rivals is at all-time highs. So can that happen with Mega Evolutions? Yes, it can. But we'll have to talk about that after Wave 2, because Wave 2 is guaranteed, it's not a reprint. So, and let's talk about investing into this product. The Mega Evolutions Enhanced Booster Box is sitting at $316. It had a slight dip from $340 where it's got massively pumped up, and now it's stabilizing at $300. And should you buy this right now? In my personal opinion, I think you should hold off still, because once again, we have two waves. Only 60% of supply is out there, and another 40%. 40% is pretty big, and it can pretty easily tank the prices back down to around 250 to 260 in my opinion, and maybe even lower when people start panic selling. At the moment, the set value is so strong, the chase cards are so strong, not too much supply is out there. Rip and shippers are burning through packs, so people feel more comfortable holding it because the price swings aren't that bad. But when more supply comes in and people start actually dumping the product and TCG starts going down, people will start getting scared and they'll start selling. Destin Rivals, once again, is a better set, and Destin Rivals did come down in price. Mega Evolutions, it did get bought out here. People were paying $400, $500 for this. So I guess that led to the confidence, but I do believe Wave 2 will drop this price down. So if you do want to invest into Mega Evolutions, just wait until Wave 2, just can it go up? Yes, but I do believe it will come back down. And same applies to the regular booster box. This price will come down because there is a Wave 2. There's guaranteed more supply out there, and even possible reprints for the future, And let's talk about sets that I am honestly not too sure of, and it is the Pokemon Center version, because Pokemon Center, they've shown to not really want to reprint the products. The only Pokemon Center product that we really got a reprint for was Prismatic Evolutions, and they did put out the tweet saying we're gonna turn on the printing engines for Prismatic Evolutions, whatever that tweet was. So maybe that's why they decided to restock Prismatic Evolutions 2 times on their website. But all these other sets, they haven't really restocked it yet. Where is Journey Together, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box? Where is Destin Rivals, Surging Sparks, Stellar Crown, Shrouded Fable, Destin Rivals, Black Bolt White Flare? Where are all these restocks? So if there is one product that you want to FOMO into, I would probably say pick up a set of Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, but you're paying $260, $250. Would I recommend it? Are there better buys out there? Possibly. Look back into not XY, Sword and Shield. Look into Crown Zenith. This could get reprinted to the crown. At one point, Pokemon Center, Elite Trainer boxes, they were sitting on the website. No one wanted it. Like, even what's that set called? Surging Sparks. No one wanted it. You could order cases on Surging Sparks. So I'm not saying these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are guaranteed to stay up in price, but if you want to FOMO into a product, this is the product, in my opinion. It will hold a lot stronger than the booster boxes, because the booster boxes, distro gets them and these vendors get them, and a lot of big box stores can get these booster boxes, but Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes only really restock on Pokemon Center. So if you want to FOMO it, not saying that you should, but the Elite Trainer boxes, these two are pretty safe. I'd get one set of them. But if you can wait out a little bit longer, wait it out. There are better buys out there that are a lot safer. But if you must, these two are my picks, especially the Lucario one. And let's talk about the regular Elite Trainer boxes. Should you invest into these product? And as you saw with Deaths and Rival, Journey Together, not Journey Together, Deaths and Rivals, they haven't really restocked Deaths and Rivals that much. And now Deaths and Rivals is $110 for an Elite Trainer box. But I do believe these two will go down in price. We saw with Surging Sparks, one reprint tanked the price down from $110 to around $75 with a one Costco reprint. And Twilight Masquerade, it went from $100 down to $60 when it restocked on Walmart and Target. And the same thing will happen with Mega Evolutions. This set is strong, but it's not Prismatic Evolution strong. Prismatic Evolutions, it went from $150 all the way down to $90. What's to say, they can't bring this set down if they can bring a set as strong as Prismatic Evolutions all the way down to $90? It only takes 3 reprints and they can tank the value of this. And Prismatic Evolutions, yes, it did rebound, but there are so many people out there just buying up Prismatic Evolutions. And Prismatic Evolutions rotates out a year earlier. So, in my personal opinion, Mega Evolutions Elite Trainer Box, stay away from it. This rotates out in 2028, so it is a little bit more risky. And there are better products in Mega Evolutions to FOMO into, such as the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, and even a booster box. I'll buy the enhanced version over the regular Elite Trainer box, because so many stores can get access to these, like Target, Walmart, Best Buy. These will, I wouldn't say they will sit in shelves, but there is a chance this can hit MSRP. Not saying it will, but there is a chance. And let's talk about the booster bundle, which is going for $57. Mac Evolution's booster bundles is like what, 9 months older, and it's only sitting at $64. So yeah, I wouldn't really buy this booster bundle at the moment. And I wouldn't really buy booster bundles if, what's that called, the set has a booster box, because booster box always takes priority. Well, besides the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, but yeah, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box first, then booster box second. That's my order. But booster boxes, people would rather buy a booster box than a booster bundle. Yes, a booster bundle, it's cheaper, it's still 6 packs, but this just holds a bit more of a premium, and this is a lot easier to reprint. This is just 6 packs. I do believe this will get reprinted heavily, and this price for this product will be around $45. So this product, do not invest into it right now. And to sum up the video, if you really, really, really have to invest into something and you really want to spend your money, buy the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and then next in line is the enhanced booster box, and then buy a booster box, and then you buy the Elite Trainer boxes, and then the booster bundles. I'm not saying to buy it right now, but if you want to invest into it, feel free to buy it in that order. I did pick up one of each of these at $200, and people panic sold it to me, so I was like, what, might as well. I didn't have many of these, and I don't mind sitting on my money for Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. I am pretty bullish on the stamp, even though this rotates out in 2028. I could just sell it right now and collect my $20 gains, but if it goes down, it goes down. It doesn't really matter to me. I bought these so I can display it in my collection, since I didn't get many of these, and I have to open it for the promo card. I know I can just buy the promo card, but it's much more satisfying to open up the products. And yes, I paid $200 for it. Is it a waste of money to open it? Probably, but you gotta have fun in this hobby. So yeah, please wait for Mega Evolutions Wave 2 to release, and once Wave 2 releases, I will make an updated video on whether or not you should buy it then. But at the moment, please hold back. And if you must, buy the Pokemon Center version. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.